Welcome back to Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. I'm your host, Timepants, and today the speedrun continues again. I am so sorry we're running suboptimally yet again, but this is a trinket that I think is going to definitely pay dividends down the line. So, again, I hope that you'll forgive me. I'm sure that you will. I am a very likable person in that respect, and I think we can get by with just one of those. And actually, I saw something online recently, the Red Hook... Yeah, the Red Hook Twitter account actually mentioned that there was a new record set for, I believe it was New Game Plus speedruns at 22 weeks. That's 22 weeks with everything. God damn. So, pretty impressive. Obviously, we've got our work cut out for us if we want to try and top that. And we do. Let me make that abundantly clear. Not this run, but maybe someday. Now, I am certain, and I don't want to diminish that person's achievement, because holy fuck, that's amazing. But I think this is actually a pretty good use of this. Alright. Wow, okay. Yeah, we definitely overspent on food. Yeah, I don't want to diminish that person's achievement whatsoever. I'm definitely not trying to throw shade, because, dude, that's fucking incredible. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. That might be suboptimal, but I don't want to spend a lot of time backtracking. The map is definitely going to let me know if I'm an idiot or not an idiot. Okay, good. We don't have to go down here, and honestly, yeah, we're fine. Okay, cool. Not an idiot. But yeah, I'm sure that it took several runs, several tries to actually get everything to kind of come together in sort of a cohesive package, something that you can box and ship and feel proud about and tell your kids, you know, that you accomplished. I didn't really think this was such a slow party. Maybe it is. That sucks. But this is my first attempt at a darkness party, so I do hope that you'll forgive me if I'm not terribly ambitious on my first attempt. I would like to shoot for 35 weeks. Like, maybe that is patently absurd, but I think it's doable. I'm gonna actually say it's probably absurd. I think we can do it. So, yeah, just hang with me. There is going to be a bit of, you know, some growing pains here while I try and figure out how to actually run a... Wow, this is actually just a fast dungeon. Yeah, while I try and figure out how to actually run a speed run, because I'll admit, you know, never done it before, but I feel like there's value in the attempt, even if we try and fail and things go catastrophically wrong. At the very least, you know, we still have each other. Fuck. Well, that's unfortunate, and hopefully, I was gonna say we don't bleed. That's even better. I'll definitely accept that. Let's retribute, and hopefully, if this guy does indeed get a turn, he goes after a marked target, which he didn't. That's fine. All up, this is still a perfectly fine run. Ideally, we get a stun, and maybe even get a little bit of healing in here. So, because I am a red-blooded male between the age of about 13 and 35, I'm all about making tier lists. You know, where do the where do the tiers fall for different categories of yeah, different categories of objects, people, things, teams, etc., what have you. And I have to say that I've been giving a lot of thought to the tier list on variants of tents. So let's first just kind of go over our contestants here. We have, of course, 3. Huh, you can actually have a 3-room hallway now. Interesting. Okay, so of course you have your TP, you have your Wigwam, you have your lean-to. And yeah, I've just been kind of giving some thought about where precisely all of those would fit in. I think you got to give number 1 Wigwam. I think that's a pretty safe choice for the top tier. After that, I'm of 2 minds, because the TP certainly is the more recognizable of the 2. It definitely has name recognition going for it. But I don't know. I like a good lean-to. It's a nice impromptu method of creating shelter, not terribly taxing on your resources, not a terribly time-intensive type of shelter to assemble. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go top tier Wigwam. Mid tier, I think you go with lean-to, and then bottom tier you give it to TP, because I mean, one of the things about these tier lists is you always kind of have to have sort of your own spin on it. You have to make it your own, and mine's going to be a little bit edgy. I know maybe some of you out there have a clear favorite, but yeah, for me, I think the TP is a bit too corporate. I think it's kind of sold out a little bit. Definitely has a little too much mainstream appeal for me. Alright, so of course we got to get into our lore here, because of course we do. Journal of Darius, Highwayman. Day 8. By the way, I would like to see the Journal of Daria, Highwayman. Saw some eldritch shamblers, yawn. Boy, that sure was interesting. And what cool compatriots I have to hang out with. Yeah, these guys, definitely a bunch of really happening people. I'm really glad that I can hang out with the 65-year-old man with an eye patch. Really looking forward to being seen in public with him. I didn't watch Daria that much. I'm sorry. That was a terrible impression. Day 8. Moira has been afflicted with sickness. It must have been some rotting air from a coffin she insisted on piercing with her spade. As terrible as this place is, I know I will not fall for any trap nor crazed idiot. I wager my lucky coin on it. Wow. A whole gold piece. That's, geez, you sure you can afford that? You know, never, know your limit, stay within it. Never bet anything that you can't afford to lose. I think, yeah, I like this, because this is going to give us a very good opportunity to go first, provided that we're not able to get 4 kills here, and let's be honest, that is exceedingly unlikely. But 1 stun would be great, and can we get a kill? Perfect, alright. I'm a little bit disappointed though, because this is, I mean, that's his level 2 swing, and yeah, 15 dodge, that was not exactly a high percentage shot, but we are keeping on. You know what? We have little enough left. Let's see, am I being too cute here? You can never be too cute. What are you talking about? Alright, check this out. Found a hidden compartment. Sweet. Very nice. We're definitely starved for curios, so that's good. And then we go off over here. And who is going to disarm the trap? Unfortunately, we don't really have anyone who is good at it at all. I just figured, you know, give it to the person who can most afford to take the stress hit, and obviously we don't touch this. So was I being too cute about it? Absolutely. Yes, I certainly was. And if I had to do it all over again, I would have gone all the way to the end, turned around, and then killed the lights, and we would have been able to check and see if this was worth it. And if it was, then we would have gotten the benefit there. Getting the benefit? But, I mean, was it a misplay? Yes, I have to own that. But overall, I would say a fairly minor misplay. And I think that at this point in the run, we are probably in such good shape that we don't really need to worry too much about how this all turns out. Although, with swings like that, it certainly does make you wonder. Let's see, we have 1, 2, so if we get a kill this round, we should be taking 3 rounds of... Yeah, we should be taking 3 rounds of +5 speed, or, sorry, we should be taking 2 rounds of +5 speed into the battle, right?
Success so clear.
1.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Did we get to keep all 3 rounds? That's amazing if that's the case. And still, oh, that sucks. Please, no disease. Really? Like, I know you guys are fast, but holy shit. You're breaking my heart. What? Like, can anybody... But... What the hell? I want my money back. What the fuck? That hardly seems fair. I'm not happy about that at all. That was the bullshit. Are you serious? Thankfully we got a kill, but that sucked. Okay, thank God. Like, I was beginning to think I was the only person who remembered this. Like, are you shitting me? This is the way that every single run seems to go. We get near the end, it looks like everything is going off without a hitch, and then suddenly, hitch. That's a, is that a movie? Is that a Chevy Chase movie? Or a Chevy Chase character? I feel like I should know that. Anyway, I don't. So, how is this run going? Wellish, but I definitely feel a lot better if we could get a Stoon here. That's probably not going to happen because that's not a Stoon. Okay, this isn't exactly the best demonstration of my, and I'm doing finger quotes here, talents. And you have definitely... Well, I guess we just don't need this. You're lucky, journal page. You live to fill up my inventory for another day. And at this point, I figure, you son of a bitch. Son of a... Well, I'm not going to use gendered insults. Although I guess son of a bitch is the very definition of a gendered insult. So, boy, talk about being a hypocrite. But yeah, at this point, I would really like to get whatever goodies remain here. Things haven't been so bad that I don't think it's worth... Okay, I said in my last video that I have had a theory for a long time that... Son of a bitch. That this game has like a recording function, or like an audio function where it listens into your microphone, and the moment that you start sounding confident, it starts to turn on you. And maybe at one point that would have made me sound paranoid. At this point, I think it just makes me sound like I know what I'm talking about. Like, holy shit.
Push on to the task's end.
Every single time I sound like Like I might be experiencing just some semblance of relief or joy or happiness in my life. No, Red Hook's Red Hook's there to put the kibosh on that. What is a kibosh? Like, I'm sure it's a borrowed word. But what does it actually mean, a kibosh? I know that in chess, like a kibitz is if you are, like if somebody like leans over your shoulder and says, "Hey, no, dude, you should do this move. What are you doing?" Like that's a kibitz. But a kibosh, I could not even begin to speculate what that is. You know, of course, there's a kebab, which is a delightful food truck snack, enjoyable. Oh my God in heaven, enjoyable by people of all ages. But I find it hard to believe that you put a kibosh, or that a kibosh would be related to that, although I could be mistaken. Like maybe, you know, oh hey, there's a kebab place here, why don't we stop for a minute what we're doing and get ourselves a tasty kebab? Seems likely the more I think about it. Alright, so that was a quick run, befitting of the speed run we're attempting, I suppose. I think we get more gold for selling a shovel, so yeah, that 4 gold I'm sure is going to make a big difference. Okay, this is important though, because this makes the darkest dungeon as well as the cove much more manageable. Our finances are in decent enough shape, and let's see, anything. I have leveled up before, guys. Pretty meaningless, pretty cool. Alright, so all things considered, pretty good run. 6 more recruits than usual. Alright, this is our chance to actually fill up our roster with potentially who we want to take all the way to the end of the game. This is 16 right here, and I think if we play our cards right, we can actually do this. We can actually just stick with 16. It's promising. Okay, well, let's think about it. Golly. Okay, let's think about it. I definitely need to pick up the pace for this to actually look what I approximate a speedrun to look like, but really good start. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.